thank you, Jude Moore, or Jide Moore, for a more Nigerian way of calling that name, and all of the members of the Institute who are here, and of course, friends and colleagues here also. I think the central thinking for most developing countries is that we are confronted on this issue of a just transition, is that we're really confronted with two, not one existential crisis. The climate crisis, of course, is the central issue, but also extreme poverty. So for us, it's not just the climate crisis, there's also the crisis of extreme poverty in the developing world. The clear implication of this is that our plans and commitments to carbon neutrality must include clear plans on energy access if we are to confront poverty. This includes access to energy for consumption and productive use, spanning across electricity, heating, cooking, and other end-use sectors. But both the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and the conflict in Ukraine have had severely damaging effects on decades' worth of gains made in the energy sector in developing countries, particularly in the most vulnerable countries and those already lagging in energy access. Nearly 90 million people in Asia and Africa who have previously gained access to electricity can no longer afford to pay for their basic energy needs. The inflationary pressures caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and its after effects and other macroeconomic trends have been further exacerbated by the ongoing war in Ukraine. Countries worldwide have been hit by record high prices on all forms of energy. Power prices are breaking records across the globe, especially in countries or markets where natural gas plays a key role in the energy mix. So as the supply of gas from existing sources becomes restricted, developing countries using gas are forced to compete with European countries who are scrambling to replace Russian energy with supply from other partners, and of course, this is driving up prices. This dynamic itself is compounded by the food and financial crisis also experienced by many countries as a result, again, of the war in Ukraine. But a subtext of the unfolding drama is the double standards evident in the response to the current energy crisis by many countries in the global north. Today, as I'm sure many of us know, excluding South Africa, the remaining 1 billion people in sub-Saharan Africa are serviced by an installed capacity of just 81 gigawatts of power. Sub-Saharan Africa has contributed, again, information that's already out there, has contributed less than 1% of cumulative CO2 emissions. By comparison, the United States has an installed capacity of 1,200 gigawatts of power to a population of 331 million people, while the United Kingdom, for example, has 76 gigawatts of installed capacity for its 67 million people. The per capita energy capacity in the UK is almost 15 times that in sub-Saharan Africa. But many of these countries had barely a year ago